What's up, guys? My name is Tai Zen. Welcome to the cryptocurrency.market channel. This is a trading, investing, and entrepreneurship channel. And in this follow-up training and coaching to our cryptocurrency investing blueprint training program, I want to talk about how to diagnose your trading system using the TaiFu Portfolio Manager. Before I get started, I want to go over some quick disclaimers real quick. Alright guys, the objectives of this video tutorial here is to learn what is a trading system, why do you need a trading system, what is trading diagnostics and why do you need to do it, and then I also want to talk about how to learn more if you want to go deeper into it. Okay, full disclosure guys, we are not licensed financial advisors in any country. And our lawyers want us to remind you guys that you can lose 100% of your money when trading and investing in any asset class, especially in cryptocurrencies. And third, this TaiFu Portfolio Manager software is currently in alpha stage of development and to be considered draft materials only. And you should not use it for to make your financial decisions. Okay, please consult with a licensed financial advisor to do that. All right, so when I first got into trading, guys, back in 2007, okay, 2008 was March 2008 was when I made my first live trade with real money. Before that, I had been studying trading off and on for many years, and but never actually made a live trade until 2008. And one of the biggest mistakes I made when I started learning to trade was I would focus on learning technical analysis and things related to technical analysis because I just knew that if I understand the holy grail of technical analysis, the secret to technical analysis, that I would be able to become a successful trader, quit my day job, and retire as a millionaire, buy Lambos and Ferraris and pit bulls, and be able to have a good life. Okay, and I struggled for many years because I was only focusing on one component of a profitable trading system. Okay, so what I mean by that is that because I only focus on one component of the system, I was not able to be a consistently profitable trader. Okay, so here in front of you is a diagram or an illustration of the human body. If we start from the left here, you will notice that on the outside, the human body looks like what we all see, right? But on the inside of the human body, there's actually multiple smaller systems that work together to allow us to function and be alive. So, for example, in the second image from the left, there's an image of our respiratory system, and that allows us to extract the oxygen out of the air, breathe it in, extract the oxygen, and then exchange that oxygen for the exhaust that we breathe back out. Okay, and so in the third picture from the left, there are lots of bones in our body that make up the skeletal system that hold up our body and the structure. And then in the fourth picture, with all the red muscles there, it shows the skeletal system, which allows us to maneuver the bones around the joints so that we can provide locomotion and movement in our human body. And then so on, we got the digestive system, and then we got the cardiovascular system, and then we got the nervous system over there. So these different systems come together, and it allows us to function and be healthy and be alive. Okay, if any one of these systems is missing, then we cannot be alive. Now, apparently there are some, obviously there are more, some systems are more important and critical to life than others. For example, in the second picture from the left, we have a picture of the respiratory system, and then the second picture from the right, we have a picture of the cardiovascular system. Now, if we stop breathing, we're going to die very quick, okay? And if our heart stops pumping blood and oxygen throughout the whole body, then we're going to die very quick too. So those are two critical systems that we need in the human body in order to stay healthy and alive, okay? Now, if our skeletal system is working, but if we accidentally fall and break a leg or break a bone or break a hand or something, we can still function. If the skeletal system, if we have a twitch in the muscle or a spasm, or we have some kind of disease where it limits our ability to use our muscles, we can still function. We can still be alive. Obviously, you know, if the leg muscles are not working and we have to sit in a wheelchair and we cannot walk and we need the assistance of a wheelchair or someone to push us or someone to help us move, then life would be difficult, but we can still be alive and function, okay? But there are certain parts of our, certain systems in our body that if they malfunction or they don't work, like our respiratory or cardiovascular system, then we are not going to be alive for very long. So likewise, in trading, right, there are multiple systems that create a consistently profitable trading system. So let's take a look at that. So why do you need a trading system, right? You need a trading system so that you can create a consistently profitable trading strategy, or the key word here, guys, is consistency, right? Everyone can trade and make money, and everyone can trade and lose money. It's the traders that can do it consistently that are the ones that are what I consider professional and the ones that can trade for a living, okay? And in order to be able to trade consistently and be profitable and to invest consistently and be profitable, right, you have to be able to measure your performance and measure what you're doing so that you can improve on it, okay? If you cannot measure your performance, you cannot improve. Just remember that. If you cannot measure what you're doing in trading, you cannot improve it, all right? So here is an example of a trading system. So in the TaiFu Investing System right here, right? Module 1 is just an introduction, but in Module 2 of the cryptocurrency investing blueprint, okay, and you can get your copy below there, guys, at the www.cryptocurrency.market/blueprint, okay? So in Module 2 here, we talk about finding a profitable cryptocurrency. So we go over the different ways and the methods, the different strategies that our team uses to find a potentially profitable cryptocurrency, all right? Not all cryptocurrencies are profitable, right? There's 6,000 plus cryptocurrencies on the market at the moment, according to CoinMarketCap. And we're not going to invest in all of them. We're not going to trade in all of them. But there are some that is definitely worth us making a bet on it. So in Module 2, we cover the methods and the strategies that we use to find the profitable cryptocurrencies, okay? But that's not the only part. That's just one piece of our TaiFu investing system, okay? The second piece is the cryptocurrency investing strategies. So once we discover or we find a profitable cryptocurrency, we have to identify what strategy are we going to use. So in the cryptocurrency investing blueprint, we talk about 5 different strategies that we can use to make money from that potentially profitable cryptocurrency that we found in Module 2, okay? So the next component of our trading system is having an entry strategy. So once we find the profitable cryptocurrency, we have identified what strategy that we'll use for that cryptocurrency. Now we need to know, okay, when do we buy it? When do we get in? When is a good time to buy that cryptocurrency? Do we just buy it on a whim? Do we just buy it based on emotions? Do we buy it based on the news? Do we buy it based on what do we use? So that's where the technical analysis comes in to help us make a consistent process or methodology so that we can enter that cryptocurrency. And when we say enter, that means we buy it so that we can get into it, okay? So after that, the next part of our trading system here is how much do we bet on that cryptocurrency, all right? So once we figure out where at what price that we're going to buy it, then we need to know, like, if I have $10,000 in my portfolio, how much of that $10,000 will go into that cryptocurrency, right? You know, we know that we're not going to be right all the time. Some of the trades that we make Some of the investments that we make will lose money, some of them will make money. But if we bet too big, if we put everything into that one coin and it doesn't make money, then what happens is we can go broke and not have any money left or any ammunition left to take another shot or make another attempt to find another coin. So it's extremely important that we size our bets correctly. And then the next part of our TaiFu investing system is to identify the exit strategies. So we find the good cryptocurrency, we identify the strategy, we identify what entry strategies to use, we know, we do the math and calculate the correct bet size for it. The next thing is the exit strategies. Okay, so how do we get out? Do we get out after it goes up 1x, which means 100% return? 1x means 1 times. Or do we sell after it goes up 5x, 10x, 20x? So we talk about lots of different ways to figure out our exit strategies in there. And then finally, in Module 7, right, we talk about the cryptocurrency portfolio diagnostics. All right, so we need to look at our entire system from the beginning when we start looking for profitable cryptocurrencies, and then the strategies that we use, the entry strategies that we use, the bet size, the exit strategies. That's going to all, by the time we finally finish a trade or an investment, it's going to produce a result of a losing trade or a winning trade. So after 1 or 2 trades, we cannot accurately diagnose what's wrong with our trading system. But after, I would say, like 50 trades or higher, then we have a big enough sample size and enough quantity of trades that we can get a good estimate or a good diagnostics of what our trading system is able to do. Okay, and then the last part of our TaiFu investing system is to calculate the taxes and the estate planning. Now, in this video training here, I'm only going to cover and elaborate on module number 7, the cryptocurrency portfolio diagnostics. If you guys notice in the cryptocurrency investing blueprint training, right, we use a trade log. The problem with the Excel trade log or the Google Sheets trade log is that one is that it's not close to real time, and the second thing is that it doesn't show all the diagnostics numbers that we need in order to make an accurate decision on how to improve the performance of our trading system. Okay, so by the way, if you guys would like to learn more about what we teach in our training programs and what is covered in modules 1 through 8, you're welcome to get a copy of the cryptocurrency investing blueprint at www.cryptocurrency.market/blueprint. All right, so what is trading diagnostics and why do you need to do it? Okay, so if you guys notice there on the picture on the right, that's a picture of me back in 2007. Okay, in I think the late summer or the early fall of 2007. This is when I had my first massive heart attack. I did not know that I was suffering from a massive heart attack at that time. And when I was rushed to the hospital and the doctors in the emergency room asked me to sign the waivers and the documents to give them permission to treat me for the heart attack, I refused them because at that time I was a trainer and I was training people to get big, strong, and fast for sports and stuff. And I refused to believe that after all these years of training that I would be suffering from a heart attack in my mid-30s. And I just refused to believe that, okay? So because of that, I would not sign the waivers and all the permission documents at the hospital emergency room so that the doctors can treat me. And the nurses and the doctors kept telling me that I need to sign it before I die of a heart attack. If I don't, they need to treat it right away. Okay, so I finally signed the documents and gave them permission to treat me when the doctor showed me the heart diagnostics machine in the picture on the left right there, and they plug all these wires that you see all over my body right there, and they plugged it into the heart monitor or the heart diagnostics machine. I'm not even sure what the scientific name for this piece of equipment is, but I know that it does the diagnostics on my heart, and the doctors were able to look at it and determine that I was suffering from a massive heart attack at that time, and so they needed to pump me with all kinds of drugs to keep me alive, so that they can take me into the emergency room the next day, and or as soon as the surgeon got there, so they can put 4 stents in my heart, okay, to open up the arteries so that my heart can pump blood and oxygen to the rest of my body. Okay, so oh, by the way, usually when you have a heart attack, it's I didn't know this until I had the heart attack, but usually the heart attack is actually I always thought that the heart can extract oxygen from the blood that it's pumping, but actually it cannot do that. It has to actually pump blood to itself in order to get oxygen, and that was the problem. I was in massive pain at that time because my heart was not getting any oxygen. Okay, so they had to go in there and put 4 stents in there, and it opened it up, and my heart was able to get oxygen again. Okay, so all right, if you can see here, number 1, guys, like I said before, if you want to improve your trading system, you have to do the 3 M's. Okay, you have to monitor your trading system, and then you have to measure your trading system and see what's wrong with it, and then after you identify what's wrong with it, you have to modify it in order to make it better, okay, or to make more money. So let's take a look at how to use the TaiFu Portfolio Manager. You can go to the TaiFu Portfolio Manager by going to the indexes.cryptocurrency.market. In the future, we will consolidate this TaiFu Portfolio Manager with the regular cryptocurrency.market website. So if you watch this video in the future, it may not be at indexes.cryptocurrency.market anymore, but it will be clearly labeled in the menu item on the new website. Okay, so when you guys come here, right, obviously we have this here for the TaiFu 30 cryptocurrency market index. Here is to show you what the health of the market is doing. So when you click on here, when I look at it, I normally go to the 1 week chart, and when we go here, right, we can see that the top is at 707, somewhere around there, and the low is over here at like around 65. So now we're coming back up. We're starting to break that high of where the trustees of the Mt. Gox bankruptcy sold all their bitcoins here and crashed the market last year around the summer, around June. Okay, so now we're getting back to that area. I believe it's going to go right past through that. There's not a lot of volume there. Okay, not a lot of time was spent there, so I wouldn't be surprised after we finish this pullback here and we just rip right through it. Once we get past this area here, this area, and this area, it's going to be open field, open sky to go all the way to the moon from there, guys. Right? So just a reminder, the difference between the TaiFu 30 cryptocurrency market index, okay, and the TaiFu 30 altcoin market index, the biggest difference is that the altcoin index does not have Bitcoin in it. Okay, so leonfu.com, my business partner, likes to use this index, and I like to use this one because I believe that in this upcoming bull market, there's more potential in the altcoins. Okay, so so here it is. There's Bitcoin right there, which makes up 62% of the portfolio. And then if we go to the altcoin market index, there's no Bitcoin in there. It starts with Ethereum. All right. So when you guys want to go to the portfolio manager here, okay, you can click on this cryptocurrency market index here, and you come down to the bottom here, and you go to the Diagnostics tab, right? And at the Diagnostics tab, it will show you several windows. This window here is the portfolio balance. And so I'm going to show you guys how to use the Diagnostics tab here to diagnose the index right here. But it's not really what it was designed to do. It's actually designed to diagnose the trading and investing portfolios and not so much the index. Okay, so you can use it towards the index, but it's not what it was designed for. So I just want you guys to be aware of that. Okay, so let me just show you guys how to read this real quick so you can use it. So right here, The portfolio balance is 284 points. And keep in mind, guys, that the indexes are measured in points and the portfolios are measured in dollars. Okay, so right here it says that the current balance is 284 points. So that is somewhere right there, 283.5, so it's rounded off to 284. And then the all-time high is 708, which is way up here, right? Let me see here. If I put this mouse over there, if you guys notice, the high is 707.5, so it's rounded off to 708, okay? And then the all-time low is this red candle down here, and if we look up right here, where that low is at, when I mouse over it, you'll notice that it says 63.66, so that's rounded off to 64. So from the time that this index got started, it was started at 100 points on July 1st, 2017, which is the beginning of the third quarter of 2017. So the lowest that the index ever got was 64 points, and the highest it ever got was 708 points. And then if you look at the profit from 100 points to 708 points, so this is 100 points here, and if you measure it from here all the way to the all-time high for the profit was 608 points, which makes sense because it started at 100 points. So 708 minus 100 points, the all-time high is 608. And then if we do the same thing where 100 points was where we started and minus the 64, we get something like 36 right here. Okay, so that's how those numbers will come. And remember, the original principle is that for the indexes, it's not in dollars, but it's in points. So it's 100 points right there. So at the current rate that it's at, we're up 184 points from when it started in July 1st of 2017. Now, every quarter, we have to rebalance the portfolio. And when I say rebalance, what it means is that if at the beginning of the quarter here, if it says it's 62% and I only have 56%, then at the beginning of the quarter, what I would want to do is rebalance it so it's as close to this number as I can. So that's what that will be a trade. So each time we do that, it counts that in here. And so the average, when we buy and we have to sell that coin, then that's called a round trip. And so far it averages about 1.85 points per trade. Now, like I said, guys, this is not what the Diagnostics tab was designed to do, is to diagnose a index portfolio. It was designed to, it was not designed to diagnose an index. It was designed to diagnose a trading or investing portfolio, okay? But down here, if you mouse over each one of these, it tells you what the name of the coin is, and the gain or the loss on it, and then the date in which it happened. So these are all the transactions that happen, all right? And then over here is the average win and the average loss, and because it's so tight together that you're not able to see it, okay? But it's there. Now, if you want to magnify this, you can grab this. If there's a bunch of trades, you can magnify this, right? Or you can bring it from here and go towards the end of it right there, and then you can see it. Okay, so obviously we don't want, we're okay with the small losses. We don't want these big losses. Okay, this one came from Bitcoin Cash, and it had to be Bitcoin Cash, and that was actually, like, I think the first month that it was sold. Okay, no, wait. This was the first quarter of 2018. Okay, so I'll have to look back in the history why that was sold at such a big loss there. Okay, but that's how it looks. Okay, so, and over here, if you guys look at this number, right, this is the number of total losses, which is out of those 99 trades, 55 of them were losing trades, so that makes up 55%, and then 44 of it were winning trades, and that's 44%. But like I said, guys, these numbers do not make sense for an index. Okay, so let me go over here and let's just take a look at a few portfolios. So for example, the TaiFu portfolio, the coronavirus stimulus portfolio here, right now, let's put it right here. So it just started a few months ago, right, on May 16th. So this is a case study on how we can take the U.S. coronavirus stimulus portfolio, which is $1,200 per spouse, $1,200 for the wife, $1,200 for the husband. And if we take that and we invest it into the crypto market based on the TaiFu 30 altcoin market index, this is the gain that we would have made at that time. And this is just a case study, guys. I just want to remind everyone that I am not a licensed financial advisor in any country. Okay, so what I'm doing here with the portfolio is with real money, but it's just for a case study only. Okay, please do not use it as financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. Okay, so if you look at it, if we look here, that's where we got in, and that's pretty much the low right there. So that's reflected right there, which is 2184 is the portfolio all-time low, and the high is that red candle up there, which is 4470. So there it is right there, and that's percentage based on the original principal, which is 2271. Now, you guys hear me say that we started with a $2,400 amount, but right there it shows only $2,271 principal. And the reason for that is there's a lot of slippage, there's transaction fees, and there's just a few dollars left over that we were not able to buy all the coins that we wanted. Okay, so for example, the TaiFu 30 altcoin index, the altcoin market index, there's 30 coins in there, but if you look in the components of the actual case study, there's only 14 coins in there because there was a few dollars left over, and it was just the coins after number 14 I did not want to put in the portfolio, and it was just too much of a hassle. Okay, so that's the reason why I just stuck with these 14. So this is it's not a perfect replication or a perfect duplicate of the TaiFu 30 altcoin market index, but it covers the biggest portion of it, the biggest market cap portion of it, so it's good enough, right? So when we go back to the Diagnostics tab here, we can see that that's the principal. So far the profit is 1757 as of this point right here, which is on August 19th, as of August 19 right there. So there's a 77% gain. That's not too bad, guys. It's not too bad considering that we started this portfolio on the 16th. So June 16th would be 1 month, July 16th would be 2 months, and then August 16th would be 3 months. So this is just barely over 3 months. It's less than 100 days, and we did 77% on this case study. So in my opinion, that's pretty phenomenal. That's amazing, especially when we only did 14 trades, right? So right now the win percentage is 100% because we haven't sold any of it yet. Okay, so that's not a round trip trade. A round trip is when we buy something, we acquire something, and then we sell it. So that's a round trip. So over here, the all-time high was $2,199 profit, so that's a 96% gain. So at that peak on that red candle up there, we almost hit a 100% gain on this, a 1x return. And at the all-time low, there's a minus 3.83%, which is right here. Okay, so that's the only drawdown we had. Drawdown means that how much does the portfolio go against us before it goes in our favor. So it went against us by only 3.8%. So if we go to Wall Street right now and we show someone that, hey, we did this 77% gain right now, and the only drawdown we had was 3.83%, then everyone would, congratulate us, pat us on the back, and say that is a phenomenal trading. Okay. Now the only thing that would raise a red flag is that we only had 14 trades. That's only 14 trades. That's not a big enough sample size to indicate that the statistics on this is repeatable and can be consistent. All right. We need this number to be over 300 in order for us to trust these numbers down here, and especially to trust this. Okay. So once we have about 300 trades under our belt, then whatever this number shows right here, it's very, very accurate in my opinion and in my past experience. Okay. So whenever someone comes to me and they have 300 live trades here completed, I can look at this number and be able to determine what their next 100 trades is going to make for them. Okay, so I can give a really good estimate, and I'm not too far off on that, guys. So if we look down here, this green highlight, all these bars right here show the different trades, and the biggest winner is Ethereum, which made the bulk of it. And this is very common, guys. This is the reason why I built the Diagnostics tab here inside the TaiFu Portfolio Manager, because I want you to see that whenever we go out there and we trade for a living, it's very frustrating when we have all the losses and then we have a very small number of wins. In this case, right, the statistics are not accurate simply because the number of trades, the total number of trades is so small. Once this number starts to get over 100, over 200, and when it gets around 300, these numbers are extremely accurate in terms of mathematical probabilities. Okay, so if you're one of those people that's good at math and statistics, you will know what I'm saying and understand better when I say that the statistics, the probability of this repeating and this repeating itself will be very high. We can have a high degree of confidence in it. Okay, so these are all the trades here, guys, and what I want you guys to understand is that the bulk of our profits will come from just a small number of trades. For me personally, if I make 100 trades, right, I know that about 66 of them are going to be losers, and then only about 34 of them are going to be winners, and out of that 34, only about 5 are going to be big, massive winners. In math, they are called outliers, okay? And here it is right here. It's an outlier. It means that it lies outside the normal range. The normal range, or the average, is right here. The average win is $125 per trade, and it's right here, and this one is significantly out there. So this would be considered an outlier. I would not consider this one, chain link, an outlier. I would consider this one an outlier because this is not that significantly bigger than the average win, okay? And the goal of trading is not to have any outliers or any long red bars on this side, okay? A profitable trading system will have small red bars down here and no big long red bars down here, okay? The only long bars will be on this side, on the green side, not on the losing side, okay? So I hope that this simple explanation of the portfolio diagnostics, right, helps you understand what this is for. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through a few more examples here. What I'm going to do is come up here and click these double arrows to sort this out. And I'm going to sort from the biggest portfolio down. Okay, so in this San Diego portfolio here, let's take a look at it. Let's go to the weekly and take a look at it. I always like to look at the long-term view of this portfolio. So this is currently the biggest public portfolio right now. So if I click on this, right, and I draw a trend channel just like that, right, I'm not surprised that we start selling right here. See that? Well, I'm not surprised, okay? I would not be surprised if this sold down to here and bounce back up, or I wouldn't be surprised if this bounced all the way down to here, or it dropped down to here before it bounced back up again, right? So now that's one way to look at it from an arithmetic chart. Also keep in mind, since this is over a long term and there's big jumps in here, it's also good to look at the log chart and come down here and click the reset button and then see what it looks like. So on a log chart, right, so we look at that, and we notice that it's coming near here, right? Now keep in mind, guys, this is a big jump. This is when money was added to the portfolio, so that big old gap, right? So we might move this down here to this, okay? So if we look at that, then the price is hugging here. Now, either way you guys want to do it, if you do it up here, right, then there's a chance that this is going to come down to here and bounce back up to either here or up to here, okay? So now that's a logarithmic chart, guys, so I don't expect this to happen like in a very short period of time or in one candle. I know it looks like it over here, but that's money that was added. So it looks like it was down here on the close. It was about 21,000, and all of a sudden it jumps up to here, to 80. So it looks like there's about $60,000 that was added to this portfolio right there. So that's not a gain. Okay, that was more cash that was added to this portfolio. So I would not be surprised if this pulled back down to here before it pulled back up. And last time when it pulled back down to there, it took about 3 weeks right here, or 3 or 4 weeks down before it went back up. So if it goes 3 or 4 weeks down here, I would not be surprised about that. All right, so let's take a look at the diagnostics here, right, to see the health of this portfolio. Let me put this back on the arithmetic chart, okay, so that you guys can see the same thing that I'm seeing. I like to look at both views, guys. Put that right there and stretch out drag the vertical there. Okay, this doesn't have to be perfect. It's just got to be consistent how you do it each time. The consistency is more important than if you do it perfect or not. All right, so there it is. Okay, I use the majority touch rule, and wherever it touches the most, open, high, low, and close, that's how I draw my trend channels. I don't use the traditional method of, you know, the highest wicks or the lowest tails. I don't do that, okay, because there's not much volume there, so I don't count that. All right, so if we look at this portfolio started with 61,000 in principal, right? And then it went as high as 143,000, which is very good. That's 135% increase. And it went as low as 6,632. So at one point in this portfolio's life, right, it was down $6,600. And right now the current balance is 129,000. And the profit right now is 68,000 as of the 19th, right? So that's about 111% return. So that's really, really great. And we're just at the beginning of this bull market, this coming bull market, guys. So I expect this to be significantly more. I wouldn't be surprised, you know, if this turned out to be 500 to 1,000% right here. I would not be surprised if I saw that. All right. Now, if we look down here, guys, we notice that there has been a total of 10 trades in this portfolio, and it's really hard to do diagnostics on a portfolio that only has 10 trades because there's just not enough trading activity for us to get an accurate sample size or a high degree of confidence in the sample size here. Okay, so when I say this, what does that mean? That means that if I was going to ask you guys, right, during the upcoming elections here in America with President Trump and with Joe Biden, his opponent, right? Who do you think, does the American people think, is the American people going to vote for Trump or for Joe Biden, okay? So the way that we would go and figure that out is if we go ask some people in America, okay? But if we go ask 10 people if they're gonna vote for Trump or for Joe Biden, and they say that, let's say that those 10 people say they're all gonna vote for Trump, we don't know if that's accurate or not because that's just a very small sample size. 10 responses from a population of 330 million people in America or so, right? That's not a big enough sample of the American people. So we need a bigger sample. Now, when I did some research on probability and statistics and voting and stuff like that, I remember that my research, if I remember correctly, I could be wrong about this, guys. If I am, you know, please don't jump on my butt about it, because you guys already know I'm not one of those Asian guys that's good in math and science, right? That's why I got to hire engineers to build this TaiFu portfolio manager so that it can help me diagnose my trading portfolio so that I can scale, so I can do it faster and easier and more accurate, all right? So if I remember correctly, they need to poll about 5,000 or 6,000 people in America, and it has to be random people from a large variety of American people in order to get an accurate statistic of who the American people are going to vote for, right? Now, if you guys notice, it's 5,000 or 6,000 votes. That's not, it's a lot, but it's not a lot compared to the 330 million people in America, right? So, but it is a big enough sample size that we can estimate what the American people are going to vote for. So that's the same way. If in the trading here, if we do a diagnostics on a portfolio that only has 10 trades, there's not enough trading activity for us to let us know if the system that this trader is using is actually working, or if it's just luck, or if it's just a hit and miss. Or if it's on superstition or on luck or on we don't know. There's just not enough data for us to accurately determine what this trader, if this trader actually knows how to trade or if it's just luck. Okay, so that's the reality. We will have to wait for this trader to do a little bit more trades before we can do an accurate diagnostics on it. Okay, so let's just go down the list here and see if we can find a trader that has a larger number. Okay, so this one here, this trader is up, started with 72,000 and is now like around that area, so it's up about 7% here. And at the peak, it was at 78,000. So right here, this trade right here, so this is what we want to avoid, guys. We want to avoid big red candles. I mean, a big red bar like that. We want big green bars like this, okay? We don't want these. We want the other ones to be small like that. So you see where the average loss is around 1,200. So we want these bars inside the average zone. However, on the winning side, we want the green bars outside of that average zone, average win, as much as possible, all right? So let's go look for another one here. Let's look at this one. This one only has 12 trades. This portfolio is up. Okay, so this is nice. But the problem with this portfolio, I can see right away, guys, is that this trader hasn't sold anything, so it's mostly wins. So they haven't sold anything, so it's not. And there's only 12 trades, guys. There's not a big enough sample size. It's still good, guys, to start with $57,000 and be profitable within a short period of time and make $28,000 here. Let's see when this trader started. Okay, so it looks like this trader started way back here in the beginning of 2019, but the bulk of the money that came in right here, and especially right here. So at some point they added more, 30,000, and all of a sudden it jumped to 50,000. So they put a big chunk of money in right there, which allowed the portfolio to gain. And it's obviously it's nice to be able to put money in and then it goes up right away, and there's not a lot of drawdown on that money. So that's not too bad. But again, it's like I said, guys, even though we're looking at the diagnostics of this portfolio, right, for Bin Dong right here, there's just not enough trades for us to diagnose it. Let's go find one. I'm gonna run through here and find one that has a lot of trades in here. Okay, so this is the first one here that's a little bit more. Okay, so this is still not a big enough amount of trades, guys, but it's big enough for us to get some more data here. You guys notice now we see more red candles, so we can get a better, more accurate picture. And you notice that the average, the number of losses is higher than the number of wins. This is normal. This is normal for a trend trader. Okay, and if you guys are following us, we highly recommend using the strategy of trend trading. We don't recommend scalping or doing short-term day trades, because this market is not suitable for that. That's not where we get the biggest advantage. Even if we know how to day trade, like I know how to day trade, but I'm not going to do that because that's not where I'm going to make the most money. I'm going to make the most money in riding out this trend right here. Okay, I'm not going to try to pull a few dollars out of every one of these candles. I just sit there and do nothing and let the whole market go up like that. All right, so the supercar portfolio has the largest number of trades. Let's go down to this one. This one has 15. So far, if you guys notice, every one of our followers here and our students, I don't know which ones are our students and which ones are our followers, but they all seem to be all profitable, so that's good news, right? And the amounts that they have in the portfolio here is consistent with a lot of beginners, so I don't see anything crazy in here where it's make-believe or something like that. So you guys see this, right? So if we look at this, guys, when you see 21 trades and there's all these green bars and there's hardly any red bars, right? And there's a 90% win, we know that this is a new account, okay? Look, we know that it's a new account right there. It just started, okay? That's why they have such a high winning percentage. Whenever this this trader or this portfolio has gone through like 100, 200, 300 trades, I can guarantee you, right, that this is not going to be 90%. It's going to be significantly lower than that, all right? So this is abnormal. This is not normal for trading, all right? So let's look at this 80% portfolio here. Okay, now this one has 35 trades in it, right? 35 trades. Let's look at this and see what it looks like. So there was money added right there, money added right there, right? Now, right there, guys, that's a mistake. Do not add more money after the market runs up. See, this trader added more money, and then it started to go up, and it started to go down. I don't know what happened here. It looks like this trader panicked and sold some of that right here because they put money in and thought it was going to go up, but it didn't. So I guess they took some of it back out, and then now here it goes back up again, right? So do not add more money when prices went up. You add more money when the portfolio pulls down like this or like this. This is where I would be adding money, all right? So again, guys, it just so we do this, just to see here, right there, okay? Notice that I'm taking it all the way down to here, guys, through there and through here. And if you guys notice, right, price is falling from the top of the channel. So I would expect that. I would not be surprised if it came down to the middle of the channel where the dotted line is at, or it came all the way down here before it goes back up again, okay? Because it's happened in the past before. I would not be surprised if it happens again, all right? So I draw this out, guys, so that we don't panic. Like when I see this on my own portfolio, I don't panic whenever it comes down to here, because I know that this is an uptrend. It's common for it to come down to here and go back up, okay? So I don't freak out when I see that. All right, so on this trade, on this portfolio, again, guys, this must be a lot of these trades and transactions went in recently, okay, or because they haven't sold yet. That's why this percentage is so high. And if we look at here, there's hardly any red bars down here. So this is not what do you call that? This is a new portfolio, all right? The profit is good. Really happy for this trader, right? They put in 30,000 and now they have like 21,000 profit, right? So that's amazing. That's really, really great, guys. Let's go to Kong's portfolio here. There's 19 trades. Again, guys, these numbers are really high, so it's not what do you call that? It's not easy to diagnose these because there's just not enough trades. Okay, so a lot of these users are new to the market here. This one only has one trade. Let's see what trade did they get into. So it's one green. So all they got was Tezos. Okay, so in this portfolio, I think that this portfolio is extremely risky, even though they made 185% profit. I think it's extremely risky because when we have a portfolio with just one coin in it, right, the odds are against us. Okay, we might think that, oh, this is great, this trader made 180-something%, but I don't personally like that. Okay, it looks like this portfolio. Okay, so I personally don't like it when it's this one individual coin like this, guys, and here's the reason why. Right, with this portfolio, we have a 50% chance that we can lose all the money, or we have a 50% chance that we can make money. I don't like it when I have a 50% chance of losing all my money. Okay, that's why I try to keep around 30 coins, 30, 40 coins in my portfolio, right? Because that drastically reduces the percentage down to less than 1% for me to lose all my portfolio. All right, so we're not even going to diagnose this portfolio, guys, other than the fact that this is very risky. Okay, don't let this number fool you, guys. Right? Don't let this number fool you. Okay, so let's go to the next one. All right, this one is just too low, and this winning percentage is too high. So that means that this is a new portfolio, so there's not much for us to diagnose there. So this is 29 trade. Like I said, guys, anytime you guys see a high winning percentage like this and no red bars down here, you just know, look, like this trader never even had, doesn't even have an average loss. Okay, you would think that this trader, hey, every time he trades, he's just going to make $350 a trade on average. Okay, but that's not the reality. The reality is this is just a new portfolio. So let's look at the next one. Same thing here, 78%. Look, I don't even have to look at the bars out here, guys. The minute I see this 78%, I know that this is a new portfolio, okay? And this is not bad, guys. You know, I'm really happy for you guys that are following our channel, and you guys are doing well. A lot of these portfolios that where you guys see this high winning percentage, that means that they just got into the markets. If you guys notice, most of them just got in, right? Now this is bad, guys. This is bad. I tell you guys all the time, right? Do not chase, right? Because this person put in what, $7,000, and they went up to 11,000, and they're all happy. And then the next day they add from, let me see, where is this? About 11,000, and they add 14. So they had about $3,500 in there into the portfolio after it did this. We don't do that, guys, right? We added about right here or right here, okay? But not after it runs up, okay? So let's go to the next one. This one only has one trade. I'm just going to skip that. All right. Oh, you know what? Let's see. The average win. Oh, this is Bitcoin. Well, I guess this person's not really trading. They're just investing. They're just going to put it into Bitcoin. That's it. So that's not a bad choice. Like if you don't want to do a lot of trading, put it into Bitcoin. That's it, right? So this one, it's got 23 trades. Let me see if there's any red. Oh, okay, this one started with 3,000 and now it's at 382. Now look at this, guys. Look at that. One trade. Look at that. One trade. Tezos, right, was responsible for the bulk of the profits. Look at that. The bulk of the profits. So that's why I always say to keep our bet size small, because when the bet size is small, all we need is one or two of these big, long, green bars right here, and we're profitable, okay? So this trader did a great job. They must have got in when Tezos was like close to $1 or something, because now they're doing well, okay? But like I said, guys, the statistics here are not, they're just not complete because there's not enough trades, guys, all right? 82% is way too high. Nobody... I've never met any consistently profitable trader that has a high winning percentage like that. Pretty much all the consistently profitable traders I've ever met in my life that are consistently profitable every year, their winning percentage is usually less than 40%. Okay, so let me see here. Tony's portfolio. Again, guys, you know, it goes up. This trader's adding money. It goes up some more, and then they add more money. Okay, so please avoid doing that. Okay, and this has a 100% win. So this is a new portfolio, guys. All right, so there's not much we can learn from that. All right, so Din here, 6. Okay, guys, that's enough. That's enough. I'm not going to go through all this because it's probably going to be very similar. These are smaller amounts, so I doubt that there are going to be a lot of high volume trades. So a lot of these people are just new to the markets, which is not bad, guys, which is not bad. All right, what happened here? What happened here? This trade is a loss within 3 trades. What happened here? So this trader, what happened? Why is this is the first losing portfolio I've seen where it's down 200. Okay. Okay. So this is they must have been chasing the price of this trader must have chased the price of Tezos, because let me see. Yeah, they did, because August 15th. This is a completely new portfolio. Now, this is this must be a new trader, guys. This is a new trader, right? We don't know if they're chasing the price of Tezos or they're just new. I mean, they just started their portfolio like 2, 3, 4, or 5 days ago. So let me see. Let's go to the next one. All right. This one is 27. All right. This is too high, guys. This is too high. Okay. So that's what that means is just lets me know that it's a new portfolio. They haven't sold anything yet. Okay. Look at this one. It's got a 100% win. So the good news is this, guys. The good news is that many of our traders and followers are profitable. So I'm very happy for you guys. Right? Very, very happy for you guys. Okay. I just don't like this, guys. I just don't like it when a trader makes money and then he adds more money as the price is running up. I just don't like that. I like to add money when it's pulling back, not when it's running up. See that? This is a mistake right here, guys. And you come up here and then you add more money, that's a mistake. Don't do that. Okay? Practice quality trading skills so that you have those skills to use for the rest of your life, guys. Don't rush in there. Don't let your emotions get to you. None of that stupid nonsense. Those are for amateurs. You want to be a consistently profitable trader, you practice consistently profitable trading skills. And, you know, adding more money to your portfolio after it runs up is not a consistently winning method or a winning technique. Okay, guys, that's enough. Let me come back over here and wrap this video tutorial up, guys, right? So let's take a look at this, right? Okay, guys, if you want to learn more about how we trade and how we build our system in trading, guys, right? We have 4 programs here. The first program is what is Bitcoin, blockchains, and cryptocurrency investing, right? In this program, we explain the value of Bitcoin, blockchains, cryptocurrencies, and how they work and what gives them value. This is extremely important. And then after that, we teach the students how to do their cryptocurrency security and storage right here to make sure that they secure it. The number one cause we have seen with many of our students and even with ourselves, guys, is loss due to losing tokens. Not because the market crashed, but because, you know, we did not maintain proper cryptocurrency security and storage, and we just lost the tokens. Okay, that's the number one cause of loss that we have seen among our team and among our students. So that's why we had to build this complete course all by itself. And then after that, we learned the technical analysis, okay, all the technical analysis tools, and then finally, that's when we build the entire trading system started that I already mentioned to you guys before, and that's in our cryptocurrency investing blueprint, okay? I recommend you guys just get the whole bundle, okay? If you guys are serious about doing this for the long term and not just for the short term, like you plan on doing this for the rest of your life, I highly recommend that you guys invest in yourself and improve your knowledge, your education, and your training, right? So that you can maximize this. If you guys take advantage of this and get the cryptocurrency investing blueprint, you can get it right here at www.cryptocurrency.market/blueprint, right? I promise you, you will not regret it in the next coming bull market. I promise you that, okay? We've had lots of students get our cryptocurrency investing blueprint, and I haven't heard complaints from anyone yet. I mean, you guys could look at our TaiFu portfolio manager here, right? Many of these students are just followers, and then many of them are paid students that invested in our cryptocurrency investing blueprint. I cannot tell which one's which, but so far they all look good, okay? So thanks for watching this video, guys, and I will look forward to seeing you guys in a future video, right? Be sure to follow me on Twitter at HeyTaiZen and follow my business partner and trading buddy, Leon C. Fu. And then if you haven't already done it, make sure that you subscribe to our cryptocurrency market newsletter. All right. So that's at cryptocurrency.market/newsletter. That's where you'll find the newsletter. And it's somewhere on our homepage anyway. If you just click on there, you'll see it. All right. So final disclosures, guys, and I will see you guys in a future video. Thank you for watching this. Talk to you guys soon.